Okay, welcome back. Last time we dealt with the first of the 4 Astrological Temples, we dealt with the Scorpio Temple, and today we're going to be dealing with the Taurus Temple. However, before I go and do that, I have a couple of things I want to go and do. As usual, I'm going to go and enter all the sweepstakes stuff and hopefully win. Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath on that. And I'm also going to stock up on just a mountain of chewing souls, mostly just because... yeah, getting the ultimate personas for everyone pretty much just spiked the amount of SP usage, so hey, it's going to be quite nice to have all of those. I also do need to get better armor and weapons for people, but I'll do that in the semi-near future, and I nearly went to the wrong place. So, because I need to go all the way over to... I need to go to the detective agency to turn in the sweepstakes stuff, then I need to go to Lisa's place to, you know, pick up the box to say if I won. And let's be real here, I'm not going to win. I'd love to win, but I don't think I will. Obviously, it is completely random, it is entirely possible that I will win. And now we get to actually just go to where we need to be today. So, I also did go back and check. You can actually deal with these 4 temples in any order. Also, I think it's weird that the Taurus Temple is here, considering this is where we fought King Leo. But anyway, today we're going to be dealing with the Taurus Temple. And I don't really know what I'm going to be in for with this one. I know that there's going to be Earth-based enemies. Well, the Earth masks. Basically, the people with the Earth masks from the Masked Circle, and I know that at the end I'll have to fight Shadow Lisa. But other than that, I'm kind of in the dark about this. But hey, I will no doubt solve the problem. Okay, my hammer doesn't work on anyone. 10 out of 10, that just worked, and Water Talons probably just wipes these guys out in one. Okay, maybe not quite, but Garula should finish them off. And then Tatia, but going through with Argidyne, also finishes one off. Fantastic. Okay, no one leveled up, but honestly, considering we'd just done a boss fight, I'm not too surprised by that. Okay, we found some stairs. So, let's make our way up. Because I do vaguely remember, like, I kind of just... What would the term even be? I guess kind of conveyor belts? Like, kind of conveyor belt-like things, but they were made out of sand. I don't really know how best to describe it other than that. Okay, Warcry didn't work, so we can Water Talons again. Water Talons seems like it's just going to be a move that I rely on for a good bit of the game going forward. Because, as it turns out, maybe it's just really strong. You know what, sure, I'll go for Water Talons again, even though it's completely overkill. But hey, who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and get a mutation out of it. Mutations would be nice to see. I don't think I will, but it would be quite nice. Oh, well, we did get one. Fantastic. And we got a stat boost for Hermes. Very nice. Because I know that Jun is going to have Hermes for a little while, but I do vaguely remember how to get his ultimate persona. Okay, so we found a relief hall. So is this going to be one where we fight the masked? Nope. Okay, so generally I think these areas have 2 relief halls. One where you fight the Masked Circle, and one where you fight the the Last Battalion. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how they work. And as it turns out... You know what, sure, let's go for Mega Blaze on them. Oh, I should probably not do that. But you know what, let's also go for Heavy Rain on one of... Actually, no. Better idea. If I go for Mega Blaze with 3 of them, then I have Lisa go for Mamagnara, because she still had Genbu equipped. Or maybe I should just have her use Venus. You know what, yeah, I will just use Venus because I do need to get more kind of points towards it. And then we can cast Malaquis, and that should wipe them all out. In theory. As long as we don't get sharpshooted. Okay? Okay, they just went for... 3 of them went for triple down. That is fine by me, because it means I don't have to worry about sharpshoot. Because, as I've mentioned many times, man, sharpshoot just annoys me as a move. And Malaquis probably finishes off for free on the front line here. There we go, and that just leaves one guy, who I'm honestly surprised didn't just run away. He tends to run away. And Mega Blaze is complete overkill, but hey, that's fine. Hermes hits rank 6, very nice. And the music went on for just long enough to give me false hope that I was going to get a mutation, but I guess not. Earth, water, fire, wind. 4 elements. Earth is Taurus, water is Scorpio, fire is Leo, and wind is Aquarius. This relief must show the relationship of those elements to each other. Even from here I can sense Father's presence. His will is enveloping the city. Father. Yes. It's him. Rumours, rumours, rumours. Thinking back, this all began with the emblem curse and it's turned into this huge thing. This ain't a video game, you know. We're nearly in the 21st century here. Why are high schoolers fighting to save the world? I know the saying goes we're already boarded the ship, but I don't think whoever first said that had a spaceship in mind. She's here. The fake me. I can feel her laughing at me. She knows I'm here too. Okay, what's this say? Okay, that is the exact same dialogue as it said in the other one. So now I know that I don't need to examine that going forward. And, okay, those are just stairs to go back down. Okay. That's because I went out the wrong side of the place. That explains so much more. 10 out of 10 today on me using my eyes and reading a map, not even once. So here's the thing, I don't really know where I'm going in here. I know that all these dungeons have 3 floors, but other than that, I'm a little bit lost as to where I'm actually supposed to be going. So, yeah, I might end up being here for a little while. I might breeze through this without too much hassle, or I might get stuck here for an hour. Let's find out! I'm hoping it won't be that I get stuck here for an hour option, because that would be pretty bad. Okay, and then... no, that should be fine, I think. But okay, we now have Mediorama, which is quite nice. And I can also cast Malaquas, and that'll wipe out Catoblepas? 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 I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, Barbatos gets absolutely obliterated by that, and then we can cast Heavy Rain. I guess maybe I should have just clicked shit to go through with it anyway. Either way, that is a very nice and quick and easy win. Aya is pretty close to a level up, so 2 or 3 more fights and she should level up. And sure, let's go this way. I love how I can just kind of pause the game while I'm on the kind of floating sand things. I'm going to just call these, I think I'm just going to call these sand conveyor belts for my own convenience. The real question is if I'm going the right way or not. I have a feeling that I'm not, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. What is me playing a game without getting at least a little bit lost? The answer is not me playing a game, because I seem to always manage to find some way to get myself lost. But hey, you know what? Could be worse. Also, I am fully aware that I'm just absolutely burning through all of Ikichi's SP. I should probably try to get him something with dexterity boosts, mostly just for the general convenience of it. Either way, I'm going to get rid of these last battalion guys first, mostly because they are slightly, keyword, slightly more threatening. Oh, that's not great. But I can live without people. I can live with people not doing the. I can live without some party members not getting the experience from one fight. As long as they don't miss out on the EXP from a boss, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, Medusa's Eye is just an instant kill move, and that... what did that even do? That didn't even look like it drained any of my SP away. But yeah, I could cast... oh, wait, Maya's been on Heimdall this whole time. Oof. I forgot about that. Anyway, while I do have Mediorama available on Lisa, I'm not going to use it. Unless I absolutely have to. Because right now I can also cast regular Media for 4 SP. And get roughly the same... actually, no. I was going to say get roughly the same value and get the same value out of it from, you know, significantly lower of a cost. Well, those are stairs to go back down. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see where this takes me. Obviously, I'm back down on the first floor. So, 10 out of 10. I think this is going to be one where I struggle to navigate through, but hey, you know what? I will make it in the end. And I'll have Maya actually switch back to Heimdall immediately, because I want to cast Maxi Tempest again. Because, as it turns out, a lot of the enemies in here might just be weak to wind. And hey, if they're weak to wind, that means they just get absolutely obliterated by it. And hey, that's always going to be good for me, because because the Astrological Temples, so the Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus Temples, they all have the same basic group of enemies. Like all the regular enemies, everything outside of bosses will be the same in here, and as a result, yeah, I'm totally okay with just having the same things for everything here. So I'll probably get more on new personas after I finish the final temple. But also at the same time, I think we're kind of just flying through here. You know what? I don't need to worry about that. Maxi Tempest will kill them all in one cast. Whoosh! And they are all gone. Okay, so... Nope, still no mutation, and I forgot to switch Maya away, so she just got an agility boost. She also does get her, like, natural level up stat boosts. But hey, I think I could have done maybe a bit better here. Okay, so is there anything up here? Trish's Spring. Well, okay. I mean, Trish's Spring is usually quite close to where the boss is. Because usually they give you the spring pretty much right next to the boss, so it's like, hey, you're near the end of the dungeon, you can go over here and heal before the boss fight. But I guess there's also another staircase here. Okay, I guess I'll just keep wandering around and seeing if I can find anything. Okay, that is another group of these guys. Once again, we're just... Oh, Tatsuya's out of SP. Oh, Maya just killed them in one hit anyway. You know what? Maybe Maya's kind of busted. Also, we got a Mamagnara card, so I can go and teach Mamagnara to anything I fuse now. Well, anything that isn't, I think it's wind-based. As long as it isn't wind-based, I should be able to now teach that. Okay, we found we found another staircase back up to the second floor. I don't know if this is the right one, but I've kind of wandered myself into it now. If I block with everyone, and then can I just have Akichi handle it? No, because Akichi is currently out of SP, so I'm going to run from this fight. Never mind. On the plus side, they don't seem to do all that much damage. I love how the entire party will just be... I love how... I know I've mentioned this multiple times by now, but I do love how the entire party's lines for when they run away from a fight is basically just like, yeah, I can't be bothered, or I'll handle this next time. Like, I kind of appreciate that. Okay, we have a whole bunch of sand conveyor belts over here. Is there anything over here? No? Does not appear to be. Okay. Okay, so we have two... Yeah, I can wipe these guys out with Water Talons, I think. I think Water Talons is probably the play here, then Tatsuya can go... Oh, Tatsuya got Dakaja. But also, enemies in this game have very, very sparingly. Like, they have barely used buffs. I say that I've barely used buffs because I haven't had anything with Heartfelt Prayer yet. But hey, once I get Heartfelt Prayer, I will start using buffs more. Because when I get to bosses and have access to it, I'll be able to just go, okay, Mataru Kaja, Maraku Kaja, Masuku Kaja, and just, you know, kind of wipe the floor with bosses from there. Okay, so I'm going to go 2 Dexterity, 1 Vitality on this level. I feel like this game puts so much emphasis on agility. Like, okay, hang on, let's look at this. So, okay, Hermes gives luck per level, Apollo gives agility, Artemis gives agility, Venus gives agility, Hades gives strength. Yeah, they just give agility to basically everybody, which is kind of insane. Okay, that pushes me back that way. So, let's go up here, I suppose? I mean, those look like they kind of like circle around to the same place. so I can't imagine they'll be that big of a deal. Okay, I can Maxi Tempest V's, and then Lisa can cast Aquadyne. Ikichi just does a regular attack. That's not going to do anything, but I think we should take out most of them at least. Or at the very least get a massive chunk of damage out of their health bars. Because I imagine that this thing... Okay, yeah, they just resist the attack. Yeah, I think they must be weak to... What are they weak to? Oh, they're weak to mental and nerve damage, I think? But they seem to be kind of neutral to most other things. Okay, let's go for Mega Blaze and finish this fight off. Because so far we've... Because, hey, this is what happens when you get area of effect spells that can just annihilate pretty much every basic enemy. 10 out of 10, things that hit everyone, always good to have. I love having things that just hit everything. Okay, so... Yeah, that would have led me to here anyway. Weird, but okay. Okay. So where am I? Oh, this loops back around. Okay. I think I'm starting to see where I need to be going here. And I am going to switch Jun over to Durga for this. I'm going to switch Jun over to Durga for this because I know that Zeodyne is the play here. And I can also cast Healing Melody. And I can also have... No, I can do with just a teensy little bit of healing. Just on Lisa, but whatever. If I have area of effect, I might as well just do it. So Tatia's going to block Zeodyne. Dust Cloud's a minor inconvenience. Zeodyne doesn't kill in one. Okay, we get a Healing Melody. Get to heal everyone. And then I just realized that that was kind of redundant because I just used 2 heals on the same person now. But whatever, we are now on full health, Malaquis finishes that off, and we can keep moving on with our day. And Akichi has literally 1 SP. Fortunately, Akichi is, out of all of the party members, one that I'm probably the most okay with having no SP on. Mostly just because, as I've stated previously, he's the Ryuji of the group, he's the Kanji of the group, he's the Junpei of the group. Basically, yeah, he has access to his magic, but a lot of the time that's pretty much just to knock things down. Or I guess hit weaknesses. Because generally, Akichi just hits very hard. Which is kind of why his entire thing is, hey, I have the strength boost on all of my level ups. And then we can have Lisa switch back over to Venus. I'm hoping she gets an area of effect attack soon, that would be nice. And Akichi can just attack Anko, and we should win this fight without any real hassle. Okay, Aquadyne lands, wipes out one thing, Akichi does his regular attack, wipes out another, and now I'll just go for the same move again. And because, hey, if I win fights with fusion spells, I can get mutations. And if I get mutations, that's always going to be beneficial to me. However, I feel like my luck at actually getting said mutations is very, very bad. Okay, let's go over this way, I suppose. And... okay, that loops me back to here, so what if I go over this way? I mean, that seems to be a dead end, so I guess this is the only path we can follow. This is either going to lead... my next guess is this will lead me to either A, a staircase. This will either lead me to a staircase and I'll have to go back down, or it will be where the boss is. That's my best guess on this. Oh no! Yes, Barbatos, I am doing that on purpose. Yeah, I'm just me. Like, bro, I'm just here. Okay, discussing manliness with Barbatos seems to have worked. A peaceful future. Yeah, that did not work, but hey, whatever. I don't see myself dying in a single turn, especially if they're just blocking and going for confusing dance, which didn't even work on Lisa. And then another one of them blocked. And then, okay, credit to Ishma, she went for the attack. I mean, it's realistically not going to make any difference, we're still just going to obliterate them. Magic Seal didn't even work. Maxi Tempest, even with them blocking, we probably just a bullet. Oh, that was more damage than I thought it was gonna be. What was with the sudden massive damage increase? Also, Akechi just leveled up and got another strength boost, because Hades gives all of those strength boosts. Yeah, I imagine this must be where I need to go, or I'll lead to another staircase. Judging from the fact that this kind of just opened up into a much larger area, I'm starting to lean slightly closer to the it's just going to be another staircase. But hey, I would love to be proven wrong. Okay, so I cast Diamond Dust, then I cast Gigantic first. Pretty much everyone else is just going to focus on getting rid of... Now, I'm going to focus on these guys at the back first, because I just know they're annoying. And Lisa... Oh, wait, Lisa got the Magnadyne. Okay, that is very good. Also, Akechi can start casting again. But hey, now that I have my Magnadyne, that is just very good, nice to have. Mostly because, hey, that's big area of effect earth damage. Because, hey, that is... Well, that's, you know, the maxed out earth spell. Well, the maxed out area of effect earth spell. I know there's also, like, Earth's Anger or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it is Earth's Anger. And you know what? Let's just run that turn back. We'll just run that turn back and finish off this fight without any real hassle. Gigantic first probably kills that off. Fantastic. Okay, so... Okay, Jun is very close to a level up. I need to switch him over to something else soon. Okay, so we have another sand conveyor belt. Or sand conveyor belts. There's so many sand conveyor belts in here. Okay, hi Barbatos, what's going on, buddy? You know what? We'll just do for normal. We'll just repeat the turn. Diamond Dust, Gigantic first, and okay, Wind Slash should finish him off. Okay, Hermes goes up to rank 7. Very nice. I forgot to switch Jun over, but you know what? That's fine. He should just get another luck boost, I think. The Wavelength card. What does that do? Let's quickly investigate. Cards. Be a skill. Wavelength. Xandine? Okay, that's kinda nice, actually. Also, I do quite like the art on the healing, well, on the individual spell cards. I think it's a cool little thing. I'll probably run through those at a later time. Okay, let's go and investigate these sand conveyor belts, see if there's anything over here. Well, apparently, regardless, we are getting jumped. Okay, what is Anko weak to? What are you weak to, buddy? Nothing, but it can drop fluted legs. Okay, so I guess I'll just cast Diamond Dust. Then I'll cast Argidyne. Then I'll have Jun. He hasn't learned Garudyne or anything yet. I imagine he'll get Garudyne as his final move. But I can also switch back over to Durga and hit Zeodyne. And then Lisa can probably just throw hands, and Akechi can cast some Malaquas. Mostly because Akechi still needs to level up Hades a fair bit. Hades has barely learned anything yet. Honestly, same with Artemis, but at least Artemis has a good bit of area of effect damage with Diamond Dust. And Zeodyne finishes the kill. Okay, Lisa is also pretty much right on the verge of a level up, so I'll switch her over to something that'll give dexterity at the end of this next fight. Oh, here we are. She's here. We're almost to her. My persona's hopping mad. Not hopping mad. Okay, I will actually try to get the level up for Lisa before I go into this dungeon. Not into this dungeon, into this boss fight. Oh, hi Barbatos, what's going on, buddy? Then I can... Oh, we got Diarahan. Diarahan could be quite nice. But I will switch on over to Heimdall once again, because, hey, we're getting ever closer to that level up. Actually, hold on. Better idea. I need to switch Jun over. So if I switch Jun back to Hermes, I can do this. So if I cast Dragonflight, I can have Jun and Maya handle it. And then I can have Tatia do... Sure, Tatia can do Argidyne. And I can No. And I can have Lisa. No, that's... Count to 10. Me misclicking 3 times in a row, not even once. And I can also switch Lisa over to Baal, who actually has enough SP for 1 caster right now, but that doesn't really make any difference. And we should be able to get that dexterity boost for Lisa before she levels up. Well, as she levels up. The real question is, will this kill Barbatos? No, it will not, so Dragon Flight should be enough. Okay, so another quick, easy win in that fight, and Lisa didn't level up. Okay, I'll do another one more fight just so I can get the level up for her before I run into this boss fight. I know it's maybe a little bit I don't even know if that's the right use of the word pedantic, it almost certainly isn't. Honestly, this is still the play, actually. I'll do all these, then I can cast double Magarula. And honestly, one Magarula would probably be enough to kill regardless. So having double Magarula is absolutely overkill. Although it will still ask me if I want to use Dragonflight, but I'll just leave it for this one time. And that is low enough, and now the second one secures the kills, and we can keep moving on. Fantastic. And now Lisa gets her level up, so she hits level 44 and gets a dexterity boost. Which is quite nice, because I would quite like to have the dexterity boosts whenever possible. Right, so now before I go and start this boss fight, I want everyone back on their ultimate personas. The only one it actually matters for the boss fight is Lisa right now, but hey, that's fine. And I also want to keep an eye on just what she's weak to, because I'm pretty sure this will be important. And I'm actually doing a lot better on SP than I thought I was going to be doing. I'll use a Chewing Soul. Well, I'll just use a few Chewing Souls to just get everyone kind of back up to full. And that should be more than enough. I will have Maya switch over once. I'll have Maya switch to her original base persona just to heal once, and then we should be able to get going. Actually, you know, I'll do it twice just so I'm on maximum health. Fantastic. And then... yeah, we should be good enough with just these. Fantastic. Away we go. So, that is Artemis. Okay, off we go into the Taurus room. Bit dramatic event and entrance, but okay. Welcome one and all to my shrine. Looks like you've got a real weight off your chest now that you've spilled the beans about not speaking a word of English. Yeah, no thanks to you. But what about all that other stuff you haven't mentioned yet, like swindling money from perverted old farts, and experimenting with those nasty drugs? It's a little late to regret all that, even if you were rebelling against your dad. Ami and Miho got dragged into your mess too, but they all just want to get close and bask in my glory. Talk about an ego trip. I mean, you were only dogging Tatsuya because you were after the same status that you hated everyone else exploiting you for. You say you hate being different, but really, you want to be noticed. That's why you went for Tatsuya, the center of everyone's attention. You're desperate for someone to lean against, but you don't believe in anyone. Honestly, what a selfish little bitch you are. Well, that's just mean, and you're talking to yourself, but still, that's what shadows do. Anyway, you're absolutely right. I was a pathetic little girl for a long time. But I'm different now. I found what I lost. You should remember, if you're me, my dream 10 years ago was to marry my first love, Tatsuya. Stop. That Tatsuya I loved died back then, so he'll always be mine. I wouldn't let anyone tell me how to feel. Tatsuya's feelings are his business, but my feelings are mine. And even if Tatsuya hates me, I love him. Solid writing, makes sense. I don't give a damn about Tatsuya's feelings. There, now we get a boss fight where I don't have to, narrate because it's voiced.
I can sense you and your other self. It pisses me off. You're just a speed bump in my way. So... I shall return you to the soil. I am the goddess of licentiousness and bewitchment. Now, come to death's embrace. That's my line! I am the goddess of beauty, virtue, and love. I am you. You are me. Let us now become one. Get her!
Okay, so now we get to fight Shadow Lisa. And pretty much all I need to do is everyone else can switch and use their personas, however... Wait, did Tatia learn another new move? Yes, Frailer now, okay. Is she weak to nuclear? Let's find out. And then Lisa... actually, since Lisa has Aquadyne, she should still be able to do damage against herself. I think. I might be wrong on that, but I think that's how it works. And can I get the freeze with Diamond Dust? That would be quite nice. The real question is, will we see any of the, like, actual, whatchamacallit? Because when we fought Shadow Akechi, he didn't cast his big move once, and I don't know why. The real question is, will Shadow Lisa cast... Oh, she's doing it turn 1, okay. So what's this gonna do? Yeah, that's a problem move. Or at least it has the potential to be, but a lot of people seem to be very... I think I just set myself up to be pretty much immune to water, which is kind of a power move, I guess. Unintentionally set myself up perfectly. But yeah, so Dark Foamy Lava can do... I think it does dark damage, water damage, and can inflict charm. Which obviously is a little bit annoying, because charm can be a bit of an annoying status ailment to deal with in a lot of games. So, what I can do, however, is, since Jun and Tatia aren't currently in the best state, I can have Lisa and Akechi handle that, and then I can have Maya take care of those two. With, where is it? Energy drinks. Because, you know, nothing breaks the charm status effect quite like an energy drink, I guess. And Gigantic Fist just... Okay, just punched Jun in the face, I guess. It Dark Magna, that is earth damage, and I believe it has potential to insta-kill. But evidently it didn't work too much. Also, 10 out of 10, once again, Maya, basically invincible here because she just doesn't take damage from magic. And now can cast Heavy Rain. The charm effect is now gone from Jun, so we are in a pretty good spot right about now. Heavy Rain lands for 293. Not an amazing amount of damage, but hey, it's kind of respectable. So now then, now I can cast Water Talons with Lisa, Jun, and Akechi, and then I'll go for Agidyne, I suppose, and then Maya can cast Diamond Dust, and I think we should just be in the clear from here. If I'm being totally honest, I don't see a world in which I lose this fight. I could probably turn on Auto Battle and comfortably win from here, but I'm still going to play it out regardless. Also, I love how this boss fight's background is just, hey, rocks. Okay, no status ailment, no charm effect. It hit Jun. Jun got hit with the charm effect. Okay, that's less good for me, but you know what? I can still work with it. Because in terms of health and damage... Okay, Jun learned Marin Karen. If there is a world where I ever cast that, I'm yet to see it, because honestly, it's a move that I just never really find much use in. I feel like I probably used it once in Shin Megami Tensei 1, but I know that I'm pretty sure I've never actually used it in Persona. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty confident that I haven't. Like, maybe once in Persona 3 Reload, just to fully commit to the bit of, like, hey, Mitsuru always casts that. Honestly, I've played through Persona 3 and Reload. I've never really found that much of an issue. Like, she didn't cast it all that much from what I can recall. Like, maybe I'm just misremembering, but I don't think she was that bad with it. Honestly, I think my worst experience with dealing with a, with dealing with the computer-controlled teammates was the one time where I turned that option off in Persona 4 Golden, and Teddy pretty much, and pretty much Teddy then Yukiko nearly killed my entire party. It was, pretty bad, to say the least. But hey, we managed in the end, I won that fight without too much more hassle. And Akechi is now out of SP, which isn't great for me. However, Okay, so she is below half health, but not in a danger state yet. We can tell that because she is now, like, down to... Like, she's kind of changed her battle position, I guess. However, it didn't mark her health bar as being red yet. So she's still... So she's probably, like, below half, but, like, probably, like, between half and 3/4 would be my guess. Okay, so... Now let's get rid of these charm effects, because these charm effects are going to start getting annoying. Actually, Ikichi can just do a regular attack. He should be... I think Ikichi should be okay from here. And hopefully we can get rid of both of these effects and just kind of be on our way. If I was a bit smarter then, paid attention... If I was a little bit smarter and had paid attention to this, whatchamacallit, the order, I probably should have actually healed Jun first there. Oh, no one has enough SP to actually cast anymore. Okay. Oh, I now also have Malakwadine. That is super nice. Okay, so Jun can... Jun probably won't level up from this fight regardless. But... if I switch Maya over... If I switch Maya over and use Heimdall, we should be able to do a few things here. So I'll basically just drag myself all the way at that, cast a Dragon Flight with these two. Now Lisa can cast Mediorama to patch everyone else up. Ikichi can do a regular attack, and Tatsuya can do a regular attack. And if anything kills, I'm hoping it'll be Dragon Flight. Mostly just because I'd rather win with a fusion spell. Okay, we won.
I'm sure you already know that this isn't the end of me. Light and shadow, neither can part with the other.
I understand now. I admit it. That you have a place in my heart.
Okay, so that is this boss fight done.
My other self, your inner garden has become a place of radiant splendor. There is no need to fear the works of darkness any longer.
Do we get a mutation out of that? Yes, we do! Okay, we got a stat boost for Hermes. Okay. Solid, and I was gonna say everyone got a level up, it was just Tatsuya and Maya. So let's go luck, dexterity. I feel like I am weighing too much on dexterity, but that's fine. It's a kind of broken in this game anyway, as far as I'm aware. Tatsuya, don't worry about what I said earlier. I just have to speak my mind. I don't want to be a drag on you. Not the best time to bring this up, huh? Not the best time to bring this up, is it? Okay, so here's the thing. You can respond to each of these, and you get a slightly different response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly save state, and then I will show all of them, I guess. Okay, so if we accept the way Lisa feels, let's see what happens. Huh? Really? I'm going to hold you to that, you know. I'm so happy that I'm getting a little misty-eyed. Okay, so I think it just continues on from here. Okay, so I will now reload and just be right back. Okay, so if you say that only interested in Maya, I had a feeling you'd say that. Hey, it's okay. I'm not much now compared to Maya. But someday I'll be an awesome catcher you just can't help but notice. Hey, a girl can dream, right? I even misread that line. Okay, so once again, reload. Okay, so if we don't say anything, it's okay. It wouldn't be a loss. It wouldn't be a loss after hearing that out of the blue. You're trying to dodge your question, huh? Well, someday. Yeah, same line, and then Ikichi says the same thing. Okay, one more reload. Okay, so if you say Ikichi. Oh, come on! That's not funny, Tatsuya. You're just trying to dodge your question. Okay, and now we can actually move on with the game, after one more reload. Okay, so if you say Jun, we also get this. Seriously? Oh, well, I don't know what to say. You're free to like whoever you want. And then it just continues from here. Lisa's about as blunt as I remember it to be. Seriously? That was one hell of a confession. Even I was blushing. I'm not letting a mopey guy and an old lady get the best of me. Well, not going down without a fight. So, actually, I'll explain more once I get back onto the map, I guess. Now, shall we? I am the skull of everlasting earth. If my slumber is disturbed, water will run rampant and wind will have no destination. Hold on. Come on, let's get going to the next temple. Okay, so... regardless of what you pick there, it has no bearing on the story. All it does is change a couple of your potential contacts. Like, if you go and negotiate with a demon with more than one person... Actually, I'll go and give an example. So I'll quickly run on over to Conan, and to the abandoned factory. And I'll just go into the first area, so it's a super low-level area, so I don't need to think about anything. And also, because I loaded a save state, it does that. Okay, so, and now if I make contact with a demon, so if I have Tatsia, and Jun, and go, it's now like, hey, they now have a different kind of, their relationship is shown to be different, basically. And that pretty much works regardless, and depending on what you do, and depending on which answer you give, it'll be slightly different, but I don't think it makes all that much of a difference in summary. However, yes, Lisa is completely accepting of Tatsia's feelings regardless of what he says, unless he says Ikichi. Then it gets played as a complete joke. Also, I'm just going to run from these things because I don't really see much point in fighting them. Okay, you know what? It just critted me for 20 damage. It just critted me and that actually did... Okay, you know what? I was totally okay with just letting them live, but no, they critted me, so now violence has been chosen. There we go, 663! I know that was a weak... Like, I know that was weak to it, but still, that's a ton of damage. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, now that I've shown that, because you can do contacts with multiple people, but honestly, I never really bother with them. I know I should, because they are kind of essential for actually getting some things to work. Well, less getting some things to work, but for, you know, some negotiations it's kind of optimal, or maybe even required. Anyway, before I end off today's episode, let's see if we won anything. I had 99 times. Come on, give me something. You were not a winner. One day I'll win. Okay, well, while I'm here, let's quickly... That's the wrong place. But anyway, I am going to heal, save, and end off today's episode. And then, next time we'll be making our way to and then through the Aquarius Temple. Because the Leo one's gonna be... I'm gonna do the Leo one last, because that's basically Tatsia's one. And so I think it makes most sense if I do it for Ikichi, then Lisa, then Jun, then Tatsia. And then we can move on towards the final dungeon after that. So, I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. So, this should be a Wednesday episode, I believe? I think this should be a Wednesday episode. And whatever replaced Beautiful Joe, I still haven't started recording it as of the time of me... As of the time of me recording this video, I still haven't started recording that, so whatever that is, that will be on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And we'll hopefully see you all tomorrow for whatever I'm doing, or on Friday for more Persona 2 Innocent Sin. Yeah, thanks for watching. Later.